Thank you, Mr. Chair. And it's really, I think, as we've heard today, necessary that we get a vote on the floor of the bipartisan supplemental. We have been waiting now for far too long, and every day that we wait, Ukraine suffers, and those fighting for Ukraine suffer. And it's estimated that since Putin's illegal invasion of Ukraine, our allies and partners have actually committed around $44.3 billion to direct security assistance to Ukraine. In fact, as a percentage of GDP, the United States only ranks at 16 among all of the countries in NATO. So our NATO allies have also made significant plans and commitments to improve the alliance's collective defense and deterrence through defense spending, improved capabilities, and nested strategies. So we see many are, in fact, doing their part for the collective security of NATO and ensuring Ukraine maintains their right of self-determination. But Ukraine's running low on ammunition for essential artillery, air defense systems, and all while Russia's receiving shells from North Korea and Iran. So the Speaker has got to bring this vote to the floor. Time is of the essence, has been of the essence, and we must pass the supplemental. It is time for him to show true leadership, despite his own political concerns, and to really stop playing politics with this and start ensuring that Ukraine can effectively fight. Because our allies and partners have stepped up in the absence of U.S. support, but the United States is failing as a leader of the free world and a vanguard of democracies worldwide, and our adversaries around the world are taking note. So, Dr. Wallander, can you share your assessment of what the inaction of this legislative body will mean, not only for the survival of Ukraine, but also the dangerous precedent that this would set for the status of the United States as a leader for democracy to our allies, partners, potential partners, and importantly, to our adversaries?
Thank you, Congresswoman. We are viewed and greatly positively by Europeans for our leadership in the Ukraine Defense Contact Group. But unfortunately, the fact that we have been unable to provide capabilities to Ukraine since December, when the previous supplemental funds were used up, has created a challenge in our leadership of that group. Fortunately, Europe has stepped up in the 4 months since we have been unable to provide capabilities and have announced billions of dollars of additional security assistance. That's not enough, as General Cavoli has made clear, but we have worked with Europeans and they have stopgapped us. However, they've stopgapped us in the anticipation that we will get that supplemental and we will get that capability for all the reasons that General Cavoli pointed out. They are unable to provide, especially the ammunition, the artillery ammunition, and the air defense interceptors that Ukraine requires. So we need to be able to do our part, because we haven't been doing our part in this collective support of European security through supporting Ukraine.
Thank you. And General Cavoli, can you share your assessment of Ukraine's ability to defend their territory and airspace without this vital U.S. security assistance?
Sure, Congresswoman. Their ability to defend their terrain that they currently hold and their airspace would fade rapidly, will fade rapidly without the supplemental, without continued U.S. support. And it will continue to fade until such time as somebody else is able to provide those munitions to the Ukrainians. As Dr. Wallander just pointed out, that production level is not in sight right now. We think it's at least months away, and that is why this is such an important time right now. That's why this is such an important time.
Thank you. And I have to say personally, to see members of the Ukrainian military in my district seeking medical help who have lost their legs, who have lost their eyesight, who have been on the battlefield for hours and lost a leg because they simply didn't have an armored vehicle to come pick them up is devastating. And to think that as a foreign adversary to the United States of America attacks a democracy, that we might stand in the wings and not fully support this is offensive to this nation's traditional support for democracy around the world. Thank you.